Alright, first deck we are playing today. So, day one of the latest Runeterra expansion, we tried a Udyr Vlad build with Swaingrounds. During that set, we were talking about how it felt like Swain might be the better 5-drop champion in that deck. So I've kind of taken lessons learned from playing games with that deck that day, thought about it a little bit more, made some changes, and came up with this variant, and that we're going to try today. So similar to the one we played last week, we got a couple 2-drops here that deal damage to the enemy Nexus when they survive damage, so they're great engines for getting both Swain and Udyr online. And once online, in the case of Swain at least, they then ping the enemy Nexus and stun their strongest unit, thereby helping us push damage. We got some Merkwolf Shamans in here to take advantage of the fact that we're dealing Nexus damage, create this sort of 5/5 regeneration for 4 that draws us a card, pretty above rate, if you can get it online. Got some Ice Shards to help enable stuff. Also can take care of smaller units on the enemy side of the board, since we're damaging enemy units often. Ravenous Flock and Noxian Guillotine. Going to be able to do some work. Possible that this Noxian Guillotine should be Scorched Earth instead, we'll see. Vulpine Wanderer. Okay 2-drop if we can then curve out into Udyr a few turns later. Most of the time we're looking to use the Ram stance as a makeshift Ice Shard for the reasons you'd expect, but you know, in certain occasions we can use it to push damage by giving something Overwhelm, can give something Regeneration. That's probably the better stance, I would say. Especially to go for early, just ensuring that your champion stays alive and continue to generate value is typically the way you want to go. So I'd say most games, the way it seems to play out, we're looking to do one of these two, and then with further stance swaps, we might be picking these depending on the board state. And yeah, of course, Swaingrounds is in here, and yeah, I pretty much covered the whole deck at this point. So why don't we just jump into some games and see how we do? Okay. Well, Swaingrounds is something we're usually interested in keeping very early on. I wouldn't mind an Omen Hawk on 1, but we're unlikely to find it, so I don't think I'm throwing away a 2-drop just to look for that. We want and need 2s anyway, so I think just throwing back those 2 spells. Double Swaingrounds, not particularly interesting.
Our eyes lead to hidden paths.
That's fine. I'm just gonna pass here. There's that Omen Hawk we wanted a while back. Do I go ahead and just take this hit? I think I'm supposed to block here.
Slow them. Why me?
I think I'm gonna go for this now.
Don't ask where it's from. Ask how much.
Of course, we hit something really big and dumb that we can't really play.
We honor the wolf. Death with eyes knowing.
I'm just gonna end the round. If they want to burn all that mana, I'm fine with that. They probably were like looking to hold up Monster or whatever it's called. Oh, they stole. I was like, how is that in your deck? They stole it. That's how. We'll go ahead and play that now. They're a thieving build. They're stealing my stuff. Maybe I'm not supposed to pass here, but I think I'm fine to do that. Know
your enemy.
Carved from the savage cold.
Could just pop her like so. I could do this too. I wonder if that's worthwhile. Probably not. I think I'm just gonna end the round. We still have an Omen Hawk trigger that we're looking for. There it is.
Prepare the cargo.
That's so irritating. That's okay. It's okay. It's fine. We're fine. Oh, I don't know. I could go you to start.
Show them where their spells can help.
Artillery barrage. Strike now.
Oh, I still lose. Right, this is a... For some reason I thought that was a 4. That deals 5. That's fine. They're dead to either of these.
I don't change fate, but I can see it.
Well, that went pretty darn well so far. That Glint Horn is a addition that I wouldn't have thought of initially, but we ran into someone on the ladder playing that in their version of Swaingrounds Udyr. I don't remember what champion they were running, but I was like, that's kind of a spicy inclusion. I should definitely try. I originally had 2 in here, but felt it was a bit much. So we'll see. Maybe if this card kind of overperforms. Like, that was really solid right there. To be fair, if he had been a Swain, we would have had... Well, we wouldn't have had the open attacks quite the same. So that's what's nice about it. We might have instead had to... You know, we would have had to ram stance to start. We wouldn't have stunned as many things. So yeah. That could be a card we want to include more of. Pretty much always looking for 2 drops in this, I think. Ravenous Flock's nice and efficient, though, especially with Death's Hand, but we have a lot of ways to find such cards. I think we're always just kind of looking for 1s and 2s and Swaingrounds.
I've never tried this chemical before.
I don't think we're going to use Ice Shard if they open attack, just to stop the 2 damage. I think we're just going to let it go. Just curve out nicely into 2-3, and then on their next turn we can Ice Shard to kill this.
Oh, I can't wait.
I don't think I'm blocking here because of this. Because of that, because I want to keep this around. They're taking a lot of damage, I suppose, but... Potentially very scary. Too bad we didn't get the whatchamacallit, but that still could be quite good. And we will be able to play this. If I want to Ice Shard this turn, we won't be able to stand swap as well.
Come here, darling.
Maybe I'm supposed to Ice Shard here so they don't get the value off of this. That could be true. Whoa, whoa. Well, there's that Vulpine. There's a lot of different ways I could see this going. I think I actually just start by passing, because if they want to pass back and burn 5 mana, I'm fine with that. But chances are they won't, so they'll play out stuff, and I can get a better sense of what I'd like to do. For example, now maybe Swain can actually get in. They're burning 3 mana, I'm burning 2. Now let's just play Swain.
To see what others cannot.
I'm happy that they've felt the need to be defensive and put barrier on these things.
Indecision is the
Keeps our life total just that little bit higher, so that we're more likely to, well, survive. This to me indicates they might be holding up Sharp Sight, so again, I'm just going to burn their mana and pass. Probably play the Vulpine Wanderer this turn. Ice Shard plus Ravenous Flock can help us deal with something particularly nasty.
Finest gear for Piltover's finest.
That's interesting. Oh, they found that. When you draw a card, give it... Yeah, okay, fine.
Our eyes lead to hidden paths.
I don't just make them.
I don't just make them. So we can get a leveled Swain and push for pretty darn lethal amounts of damage, I think. Probably gonna need the spell mana for that, so I think...
Time for a field test.
You know.
Okay, so this is fine, I think, because it means Ravenous Flock both levels Swain, uses up a good chunk of our mana. They might Sharp Sight this now, but I'm fine with that.
They should thank me for the truth. Empire above all!
I'm gonna bank this spell mana, I think, because Udyr plays 5 out of 2. Yeah, I think so. I could play the Swaingrounds. I don't think that's worthwhile.
We follow the old ways. Hear my call, creature. I will break them.
Is it worth playing this? Might not be.
My conflicts end only one way.
Alright, so far so good. Fat cutlet? I could see this one being a bit of a rough matchup. They have a lot of ways to protect their key champs, both from damage-based removal and just hard removal, and we don't have a lot of the latter. Don't have a lot of the latter. The Leviathan can be one of those cards that gets us out of a sticky situation. Am I trading here? I think so. Otherwise they're going to just continually get tons of value off of that.
Let me show you what I can do.
I think we go for that one first.
Patrol 1, Patrol 2, Patrol
There's a
3.
chance we can get this down on 4 leveled, like now that they've played this.
She waits for me beyond the mist, my queen.
I could play this. They likely won't swing if that's the case, but I think that's fine. I don't want to not use my mana. Although, it might be correct to just get this destroyed so I can... Or it might be correct to use this just so I can get this guy out of here. Hello, Wasting Light. How you doing? Yeah, it's been a while.
Find her. Oppose me and die.
Come here, darling.
So I'm assuming they're doing this because they have stance swap. Oh no, this has fearsome. That's the reason. You got a new job. Nice. Okay, so They had stand swap, but it's fine. We have a second one of these, and like this is our opponent did well to like play this out when they figured that they'd have protection up for it. But this is why I went for this, because this was a window for us to get through. The company is called Led Zeppelin. You don't make what I think you make. We have a Swain ready to go. Am I supposed to go for that? Or am I supposed to try to get this shaman down? I think it's a Swain. So what does the company do? Digital marketing? That's cool.
Embrace life.
So we order our attackers like this because if they want to try to eat this, they die to the Swain. Even though the Swain didn't get in, it did a removal impression. Yeah, and our opponent's like, forget it. An account manager, sick. Congrats.
My conflicts end only one way.
Does that mean you still have time for digital card games? Or are you too busy nowadays? Gnar and this gentleman. Oh, I think we saw a deck like this the other week. I think it's playing concurrent timelines. I think I like the Vulpine Wanderer, but everything else I'm going to throw back.
Our eyes lead to hidden paths.
2 mana, 2/2, go! We are not swinging in there. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna throw away my 2/2 for their 2/1 that draws them a card when we can kill it just as a consequence of playing Ice Shard at some point. I think I'll just pass. Doesn't mean we don't have much else to do this turn, unfortunately. Yeah. I could grow my thing to a 4/4, which would be okay.
Kip and I will scout ahead. Won't we, Kip?
Another Ice Shard. No Swaingrounds feels kind of bad. I'm fine with that. I need cards. Omen Hawk, not amazing.
Nice to meet you. Vision to see what others cannot. Smashing!
That is kind of a greedy attack. Right? Like if we had one of our damage dealing things, maybe he has another one of these in hand, he doesn't mind throwing this away. I think we're just going to take the hit, though. Am I giving my boy Overwhelm? I still can't get in for, like, the maximum damage. That's what's so annoying. Oh, I guess I could then give him another boost. That's kind of iffy. I'm just gonna pass again. Hello, Cholera Kaput. How you doing? He's discarding my most expensive thing. I guess stand swap is the most annoying thing to lose. Oh, now it's just going to be the thing it drew. It's fine. He's got nothing here, so he can't block there.
Let me show you what I can do.
Knocked and ready.
Yeah, he's scared. He's scared. Aw, why does this thing have +1/+1? That's cheating. MTG Arena. I heard they just released a new set. Kamigawa. Neo Kamigawa. It's got some kind of neat artwork, but I don't know really too much outside of that. That's not true. I looked a little bit into it. I always like looking at what MTG's up to. They tend to have some really cool artwork and lore. Am I doing this?
Patience is a tactician's greatest.
Okay, that's a pretty good hit. But really depends on what they do this turn. You mean like what color their decks? What color decks they're using? They're the more controlled deck, so I think we're just passing here and burning a bunch of their mana. I don't know, maybe they like this option.
They are weak. I can feel it.
Let their flaws inform your strategies.
Yeah. Yeah, it would help you make more informed mulliganing decisions, which would be nice. That's one of the kind of neat things about this game. You can make a little bit more informed mulliganing decisions because of this. With a stored frozen tomb. Okay. What if I do this? Like, is that going to really do anything? I'll just say okay. Oops, I did not want to do that. Whoops. I meant to take it back. I was just gonna say okay. Whoops. But I guess it means that they don't have a lethal attacker. Or they don't have a lethal attack because we took out one of their dudes. Now they do. We can stop it with these troll chants.
Bow to your king.
Oh, you can't play troll chant when you don't have a unit to target. That sucks. Okay, so we were dead either way there. That Entombed in Ice card is not something I envisioned. I was like, what sweepers are they playing in their colors? They don't have any sweepers. They have that. Still, I don't think there's really much we could do there. We got off to a pretty slow start. If we had some of our 2-drops that care about surviving damage, we might have had a leveled Swain much earlier, and then that could have allowed us to do more stuff. This could just be a free heal for them, but our 1/1's not going to survive anything anyway, so... we have a chance to make that thing weak. I think I'll go ahead and play this first.
Can't wait.
Okay.
out ahead, won't we, Kip? Our eyes lead to hidden paths.
Okay, I'll just take this out now while we have the chance before they can heal it. I think we're passing. Especially because they have more mana. And now they don't. I guess I could play this just to spend my mana.
Honor the Merkwolf.
Would like to play down Udyr and then... I mean, this forces them to use a combat trick on this that we would rather... Yeah, that's fine. I am going to just say okay, I think.
We honor the wolf. Death with eyes knowing. We follow the old ways.
They could single combat trade, like these two maybe. No, they're just doing that, that's fine. I guess they could just pass and go into Galio. Should be bad. We don't have much going for us here, though. I guess Swain... dropping Swain might be fine. Can you ramp in Runeterra? Yes. Yep, there are ramp decks. Am I supposed to try again? Probably. Watch him just heal now. I should have just let the first one resolve. There's no reason to stack here. So my boy is dead either way. Even if I use this, yes. You know what's kind of cool about Fearsome is that none of these things can block my big scary now. Yeah, anyway, to be more specific, you can ramp in Runeterra. There are quite a number of ramp cards. There's a few ramp cards that are like units that have to stick around on the board, and they provide you with like an additional mana turn after turn. So it's not like the ramp can be taken away, but there are permanent ramp cards that are like spells that just give you mana crystals while doing other benefits like keeping you healthy or what have you. So I would say there's a lot of options.
What others only dream of.
Order, sir.
Bring forth our army.
Bring forth our army. 'Bring 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 forth our army. So even if they drop some big nasties here, the barrage from
Mistake is the first step to improving.
Mistakes?
this guy is going to stun them all. With that in mind, then I'm not going to use Ravenous Flock until it makes sense to. Like, I might use Ravenous Flock to finish.
Scalable, but with a big enough left.
A slight adjustment?
That is almost scary, but I can do this. So I'll kill this while pinging the Nexus, which stuns that. I think I'll go ahead and just get rid of this while I have the chance. Sure.
Artillery barrage! Pledge or perish. My conflicts end only one way.
Well, I like this start. Okay. It's pretty reasonable. Leviathan's not something we can play, you know, for a while, but if they're going big with Trundles and Tryndamirs off of probably a Feel the Rush, there's a good chance you see some ramp in this matchup, actually. Am I playing the 2-2 before the 0-5? Yes, because it means I can get in for some points of damage while we figure out what we're doing.
Marks the path.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to play Scargrounds and then double 2-drop next turn. Then we can stance swap, do a bunch of damage, which would be cool. They could technically have ways to interact with the Scargrounds, but we do have a second one, I suppose. I'm gonna go ahead and just take that hit. Let's start with the 0-5.
Bleached white.
See what he does. Yep, here's some ramp right here. So this is a 5 mana, gain a mana crystal, heal 3, which sounds expensive, but the fact that you can bank mana in this game means that you could play it as early as turn 3, so it's pretty good. It's probably one of the most played ramp spells, actually. Okay, so we go bye-bye there. Now we gotta decide how we are proceeding. Might go double Scargrounds. What could they play that punishes me? I guess they could play Avalanche. Avalanche doesn't really pun. Well, Avalanche means. I guess they could. Yeah, they could play Avalanche, I suppose. Still, we don't have much else going on, so I feel like I want to double Scargrounds. They know we have this stance swap, so they could make plays with that in mind. Now, passing here is not amazing, but I think I'm okay with it. Because I'd rather have more mana up so that I can protect against whatever nasty crap they might have going on. And now I think I stance. They're the control deck they want me to pass. I can't do that forever, so. Pretty sure this triggers even when they, even if they remove this. So we should have gotten 1, 2, 3 pings on the Nexus. Yes. This says 4 because she hit already once before. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see them play Ruination after this move, but you know, we gotta get through shit at some point. Okay, well that suggests no Ruination. That would be tempting to play. Are they saving it for the big... They're probably saving it for the big guys. I should just open attacks here and not get greedy, I think. Yeah, because I get more value out of playing Udyr post-combat and then playing Ram Stance anyway, so... That's interesting. Oh, that's... They're destroying the landmarks. Cute. I don't know... These already have tough, though, so I don't know if I care that much about that.
Spring thaws, winter's bones are revealed. The night is long and the darkness returns.
So I'll get rid of one of their blockers and deal 3 to their Nexus. So like, they're getting quite low.
Destination in sight!
They could be playing Atrocity, so because of that, I think I'm supposed to fully block the 10-10 here. We basically want to stay above 10 health if we can help it, just in case. So I think I'm okay throwing away Udyr because it guarantees I get another stance swap anyway. And this can chump the 10-10. I guess we don't have a blocker for this 8-7 in that case, though. Maybe the Troll Chant can help us? Yes, we can actually reduce the attack of this thing.
This is our path. Such is my oath.
We're probably just meant to throw one of these away. I could reduce this thing's attack by 2 and then increase this thing's defense. Or what am I trying to say? Increase this thing's defense by 2, reduce this. We're running out of time. We have to figure it out. I think we'll just go with this. Maybe it's wrong. Yeah, I mean, I should use a Troll Chant at least a little bit. I just couldn't make a decision. Probably here would have been fine. That's an ice shard. I don't think I'm playing Swain. I think that's a mistake. I could start with the Omen Hawk to see what he does. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I am starting with the Swain. Actually, it might be starting with Ice Shard. And see what they do. Because if they have to Ruination to get this off the table, I almost certainly should have used a Troll Chant last time. Maybe not. Maybe we'll see. Okay.
Prepare the cargo!
So round start 2 is dealt to everything, and then my thing pops off and kills them.
I'm not done! Fire!
So worth noting, we wouldn't have been able to make those plays that turn if we had used Troll Chant the turn before, because we would not have had enough mana. It doesn't mean what I did was correct, but it is something worth noting. The opportunity cost of playing that Troll Chant would have been no Ice Shard into whatever the next turn. Open the loot. This deck is doing okay so far, surprisingly. I think Swaingrounds, because it doesn't impact the board the turn it comes into play, I don't think we want to keep it in a matchup like this. We already have a 2. And this thing's not a great 2, so I think I'm okay throwing everything back, looking for a 1, which we did not find, but, you know, it's okay. Ravenous Flock, that's hand is fine. Oh, there we go. Right on time. May as well get in. Hidden. Alright, let's see what we got. Nice.
Oh, I've never met anyone like you.
Okay, ready.
Let's get a good look at you.
They got past me.
They got past me. Another Omen Hawk. Omen Hawk into Omen Hawk. Remember those days when that felt really broken? You'd Omen Hawk and then they'd rip a 2/2 Omen Hawk, and then the next two things the next thing they'd have would have +2/+2. And then it felt like it was GG. I think... Am I passing? I think I'm starting by passing. To see what they do.
Discipline and steel.
I think I bank the spell mana here rather than play the Crimson Disciple.
Dangerous waters.
Dangerous Waters. That's kind of cute. So they can pair these two, but that means I get to eat this, deal damage to that. What are the chances that they have
Even alone.
the thing that makes something vulnerable? Wrong order.
This is our way.
Come here, darling.
Actually, I don't want them to have tough, so I'm just gonna do this.
Bless is motion.
I'm okay taking 3.
Ocean mother.
Unfortunate that we got
The
what we
ocean
got.
whispers her secrets.
Glory, courage, excuses for war. We are at war.
I protect my own. My time has come.
Double Death's Hand.
Always forward.
You dare oppose, Noxus? Merely pawns in a greater game.
My legacy.
That's definitely annoying, but it is what it
Show
is.
them what we're made of.
What do you do again? Give other attacking allies +1/+1 and fearsome this round. +1/+1 and fearsome. That's pretty annoying. So this can't block, so it's kind of pointless to play. Although it says give other. So I could block her. I could chump her with this.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm not sure if that's correct, but
Bless is motion.
Let's get a good look at you.
that doesn't
Come
die.
here, darling.
Yeah, maybe I should. I had a. My thought was if they were gonna play. Yeah. Anyway, I should have just. I should have just let that attack resolve and then try to do. I don't know if it would have mattered though. Probably wouldn't have mattered.
Soldiers, to me.
That's kind of scary. Ugh. I see. I can't really do that, right? Because if I do that, they just get a really nasty open attack. Is it that bad? I guess I could go here and offer this trade, which they probably don't take. We're probably dead.
Between me and my mark.
We'll find our enemies.
Yeah, they have too much shit. I don't think we can even survive this turn. Like, I can't really afford to play this. So let's see what this does.
I've come so far. Still heart, steady aim. Foul! Just like hunting thresher geese.
Alright, well, we survived the turn, but didn't really do much.
Deploying!
Hello, new best friend.
Battle station!
We have to rip a removal. Even then, like, these two cards could just be units, so...
I'll defend these forests to the end. We
Yeah, we're dead.
will defend them to the end.
No way they don't open attacks here. And even if they don't, if they want to play this, I don't think it changes much. Like, giving us, especially with this hand, but I don't think there was a top deck that we could have gotten that would have done anything.
By my hand will Noxus rise. Grand General! A minor setback.
This deck is fun. I think I'm going to keep playing it. I was only going to play for about an hour. I think I want to keep playing it a little bit more. If we lose, like, the next two in a row, maybe I call it quits, though. Move on to the next one. We have more swaining to do. Lucy, you got some swaining to do. Okay, well, our swain gets through their entire board, so that's a plus. I don't think I keep Swaingrounds without seeing actual units to play early, so I think we throw that back. That's an okay 2 to 3. Possibly a better 2-3. They could play the... Okay, they don't have the 1-1. I think I'm supposed to pass here, otherwise they get free damage on the Uzuma. But then again... Do I play that out now? Gotta play something, right? Play Swaingrounds on 3. Maybe it's this.
Kip and I will scout ahead. Won't we, Kip?
Ooh, now I'm wondering if I'm supposed to build spell mana for Death's Hand so I can play Merkwolf Shaman the next turn. That might be the case.
I'm ready to take the first step.
That's interesting. Although this isn't really doing what I want it to do, I think I'm supposed to try to stop this. Could play Sharp Side, he could be playing... well, I guess Sharp Side's the only one. Sure. I don't think that's a worthwhile play, personally, but... maybe they have a second single combat in hand. Okay, now I think I play out a bunch of these. Could also be right just to play this Merkwolf Shaman. See if he wants to trade here. I mean, the chances that that's a possibility are very, very slim.
Ends bleached white.
We shall weave our own destiny.
That's a Swain.
Glory, courage, excuses for war.
We are Damasia's unseen protectors. I will break them. Lighter than it looks. Impressive, no?
Ooh, that ice shard though.
By starlight.
This suggests to me that they don't have...
None alone in loss.
So I can't get Swain out of range, sadly, with this troll chant. But they are starting to take some serious damage. Maybe I'm supposed to play this before the Swaingrounds. What unit would I like to see? Just another one that...
Wolf hunts.
I guess they could single combat here now. I think that's okay. This is just... we're basically playing this as a redraw, because I think our goal now is to try to burn them out.
The Star Child.
Well,
Clear a path for you.
Good to see you too, Vin.
that's not really a... that's gonna be harder now. See what we draw, though. Okay.
I'll protect you.
I don't know that I'm supposed to play... Yu-Gi-Oh! On the list?
The guy that made me.
Of the old man games to play? I don't know. I don't know about that one. Okay, so we're dead, right? I think so. I could go... what could I do? Ice Shard's fast, so I shouldn't do that one. I should start with... you.
Patient, cautious, and quiet. This is our way.
At least they're not going to get the rally trigger because their broadback protector is going to take damage here, so they only get one attack, which could be very important.
Be at peace.
They're still probably dead, but
I've got this.
Live with purpose.
This is destiny. From death, life.
from death, life. We're kind of screwed if they have any defensive spell, right? Yeah, we should just be dead here. I should have blocked here. It doesn't matter, though. If this thing, like, if they have a healing spell, they could just heal this and then get us out of range anyway. Alright, let's try one more. We were just getting good matchup variance in the first few games, evidently. Actually, it just felt like our draws were lining up so well into what our opponents were doing. We beat a formidable deck before. To be fair, it was not the Soraka. It was not Targon Demacia. It was Freljord Demacia. Maybe that matters. Our opponent's playing the next deck we're looking to try today. Probably right after this match.
Now where did I leave that beaker?
They probably pass. I had to guess. Okay, getting in this hit. If they want to trade, it makes a difference to me.
Little booms are just as good as big ones.
Am I supposed to pass? Sure. It's a bit late. Please. Alright, so Udyr can go down. What is he gonna play now? He's gonna stun something else?
Spirits of the land, hear my call!
Okay.
I got an idea.
Dangerous discoveries await below.
Yeah, my move to play Scargrounds instead of passing is probably because what's going to lose us this game. Because I think we're almost stabilized, and we have options for sure, but if he wants to trade here, I'm fine with that. Opponent played this very well. I played very poorly.
To the world below!
Sure.
Smile while you can.
Feel like ending on a win, so let's keep going until we get it. Whatever comes first, 90-minute mark or another win. I feel like these games are close. It's just I'm making a small mistake that really snowballs. Should not have played Scargrounds there. Should have just passed on that turn that he played his stuff. Or on that turn that he had the attack token. Turn 3. Just should have passed. That's a problem with Scargrounds and against aggro. It's like you want to play it out so you start generating value from your stuff, but yeah, not good. I gotta be more disciplined. As tempting as it is to spend the mana there rather than pass. I was losing less than he was because he was losing an attack token and we were losing the same amount of mana, so I should have just passed. We might have actually won that game because we would have started running him out of resources. We would have been up like 4 points of life. We still might lose if he has things like Decimate and whatnot. If he's like a fully into the burn plan, but
In range.
Let me show you what
think I like this better than Death's Hand on that.
I write the rules of power.
Okay. Little late, Omen Hawk.
Fortune
Little
favors
late.
the
Ooh.
bold.
So, let's see. Definitely blocking, it's just a question of with whom. Could throw this away. We have ice shards that can clean this up, so I don't think it's too big of a deal. Kind of want to Death's Hand that.
Love ya. I'll try anyone once.
I guess I should, if I had blocked with her, we would have dealt 2 points of damage and then traded with this. Because I had a second one in hand, maybe that is what I was supposed to do. Scargrounds changes the math on that a little bit. I'm sure now they're just going to go wide and kill us. Everything else I can play can be done at fast speed, but maybe I'm supposed to Death's Hand, like, double up on this. Okay.
Never stop shooting. I love a taste of the action.
Your fate was written.
Ye started without me. There's plenty of killing left.
That's nice.
I'll hunt them where they breathe.
Beagle shows them where those spells can help.
Love ya.
Everything. Time to get rich. Ye started without me.
Wow, alright. They just want to know more of that. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll end on that high note, like I said we would. Try to. Overall, I like what this deck's got going on. And it felt pretty reasonable as well. I think a lot of our losses in those games were more due to my poor decisions than really any power level or matchup considerations. That said, there definitely seems to be some, you know, some things to consider. I do think that Soraka Galio deck might be a tough one for this deck, because a lot of its removal is based on damage and even dealing damage to or killing damaged units, which that deck doesn't care about. Yes, we can kind of get in with Swain on occasion, but that's a very minor upside compared to all the little bits of healing they have is enough to negate the burn that we can usually use to get over the top of, or I should say to get under decks that are trying to go over the top of us. But we did see, you know, in that one formidable matchup, although it was Freljord, if we had sequenced the way our draws lined up, we were in such a spot where leveled Swain, Leviathan, I could say that about any matchup. You get those two down and they can't interact with it, very hard for them to win from that point. So obviously we'll always have that out in various matchups like that, but that matchup felt rough. The early stage of that matchup felt pretty rough. We'd have to somehow dodge their challenger units, and then maybe we could get to the late game where we can match their power with our, you know, this great combo and leveled Udyr or something like that. Anywho, definitely something worth playing. I like what this deck is doing. Very interesting approach. interesting style. Don't know how good it is overall, because it is very synergistic. It's relying on a lot of your pieces coming out in the right order in the right time. But, you know, maybe it's something worth continuing to play and experiment with. Okay, so that's going to do it for that one.